Hello, Facebook, YouTube. All right, got another message. The topic of this message, the reality of circumference. God's circumference, your circumference. Now, circumference is a circle, The circle, let me see. Your circle, you go around and around. I have to hold the camera. Circumference, your view. Now, where's God's circumference that created the universe? Yeah, we don't know. It's just that undescribably large, undescribably enormous. Now, here's the thing. Like I tell people, your circumference comes from, first of all, you're born, aka placed in this world, to come to find a sense to try to learn about a world you were placed in. Or first of all, you're supposed to learn who you are. I tell people supposed to be the two universal laws of any creation is what when they come to existence is the first thing you're supposed to learn who you are, and the second thing you're supposed to learn is your purpose. Is that two things, who you are and your purpose. And those are two questions that you need answered to truly find yourself either living a better life. But if you don't know those things, you're going to be living a worse life or bad life. I know there's no such thing as the word worse life. But the thing is, because of your circumference of how people, of course, created their own reality, people are responding to it. And I'm finna show you the foolish mindset of responding to things and the wise mindset to be responding to things. The foolish mindset is, I tell y'all, I know this, I know about that, I know about that, I know about this, I know about that, yeah, I know about that, and I know about that too, and I know about that too, and I know that too, and I know that too, and I know it, and right, and it's right, and it's right, and it's right, and right. More likely that right is a right that based upon what Paul talks about in Romans 10, your own righteousness. Yeah, your right, or Isaiah say your righteousness is filthy rags. Yes, now God showed me something interesting about that. I'm going to share that real quick. Your righteousness is at 50 rags. Now, guess what? Guess what the human body is created from according to creation? We're created from the dust of the ground. That's dirt. Ain't that's right? That's dirt. We're created from the dust of the ground, and God blew breath and made us a living soul. And we are but our existence came from God blowing breath and making us a living soul, and not from the dirt, But if we start forgetting that we're creating the image and likeness of God, and forgetting our existence with God, guess what? We will start leaning towards more than in forgetting that. We start becoming dirty. Yeah, dirt. We start getting dirty, and dirt is what we start involving ourselves in when we think that we, have made us, and control our lives. We control our lives, and we control our fleshly desires and what we want to do and stuff like that. And what happens is people, for some apparent reason, find themselves doing dirty things when they think that way. I think it's because when we're, not acknowledging, or we're not living according to the one that gave us life and breath, we are now becoming the element to what we were created from. Yeah, and guess what? And that's how our righteousness really becomes filthy rags. Because we start, operating according to us, it's all about us. And if it's all about us, and if it's all about, that is all about dirt. Because without God, we're dirt. That's what we're really supposed to look at it. But I know that people don't want to look at it that way because they love their dirty, image. But anyway, but our circumference is based upon our view of what we accumulated from our standpoint of the world, of the world system. And we created, our idea that we want to be about looking good, or we want to be about looking smart, or we want to be looking like this, or getting into that, or this and that, and all this stuff. I mean, from the circumference of this world pattern, that is presented to us on TV, radio, environment. The environment showing us this ideal look or this ideal way of doing things. We like, hey, that might be something I will accept. And we get involved in it and we find it, to be okay. All right. It'll be all right. And we start making something good or good. It's all good. That's the word. Yeah, it's all good. Which is a really false word to me, but because I don't believe in when it comes to this world system, it's a false word. It's all good. No, and nothing's not all good about this world. You know what I'm talking about. But we come. But the thing is, we're seeing things from our circumference, and our circumference is this speck of dot. I call it the speck of dot of this earth. That is, let me see, according to 2 Corinthians 4:4, that the God of this world is blinding people's minds and getting them to seek after things that are contrary to the light, of God, of course, through Jesus Christ, the marvelous light that, we're trying to get people to see. But when it has something to do with God's circumference, we're talking about something that is unmeasurable. The correct word is immeasurable, and never can probably be measured. Concerning this circumference, of light. Light extends all across the universe. And without light, you can't see the universe. Huh? Yeah. And, the thing is, people, are trying to make views and create realities off of a circumference of a speck of a world. And say that it is, or they try to make something absolute the correct pattern. Oh, it's correctly, doing dark things. It's correctly doing dirty things. That's correct. You know what I'm saying? We say, well, it's correcting to drink and smoke and have sex with anybody, many people, and, do people wrong and say negative things, fight people, lie to people and mistreat people, abuse people. And that is correct to certain people's circumference, and their circumference concerning the speck, aka Earth in the world system. But, as you see of the results of those situations, people, die, and people suffer, and people are bitter, and people are angry, or people are mean, and people say nasty things. There's a lot of bad things occur in doing bad things. That that circumference that you need to see and you need to realize and recognize with the light of Christ, you know, that hopefully that you will come to understand within your heart, not within your mind. I say religious people lives within their mind, their carnal mind. They try to be Jesus in their carnal mind. Not going to happen. But only way you can truly live a true Christ life and walk in the light is in the heart. You know what I'm saying? Understand in your heart to apply the things of God. And when you understand the heart to apply the things of God, according to Matthew 13, you know, you will understand. But that's what Jesus is trying to say. You know what I'm saying? That you're supposed to see the mysteries of heaven, and you're supposed to learn how to apply and do the things of God right. When when you have eyes that you can't see, you have ears that you can't hear, that's what's hindering you from applying the things from a God in heaven that circumference cannot be measured. You know what I'm saying? That's what's hindering you. But if you keep coming into darkness in a world system and desiring to want to be a part of a dark world system that keeps perishing and perishing through so much foolish things and nonsense, then that's what, that's the answer of that circumference. That's the answer. But you gonna want to wish that, hey, that something right can come out of darkness. You know, something's right outcome is supposed to happen somewhere in this darkness. And that's a crazy fool to believe something like that. You know, no, the more you get darkness, the more you get darker. Things get darker when you get more darkness. Things get more light when you get more light. It's that simple. But the thing is, stop looking at things from your circumference. Stop thinking that your circumference is absolute. That's a fool. You know what I'm saying? Only absolute circumference is God's, because his circumference cannot be measured. You know what I'm saying? You can't measure God's righteousness. You cannot measure God's wisdom. You can't. The Bible says he's all. You can't really measure all. The word all, I tell people, that's why Jesus said, love your Lord with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind. More likely, you cannot measure the all circumference, because you can think that you did enough, but there's still more to do. You know, it's an all system that you go all out for God. You go all. You think, oh, that's enough. No, there's no such thing as that's enough. In God's circumference system, there's all. But it only becomes more all as much as we accept the reality of the circumference of God, of the light that Jesus Christ, of course, died for us, that we can enter inside our hearts, that we get this great circumference that cannot be measured. Like I told, I did a message. And Mac Johnson, the reality. I hope you tell people about Mac Johnson reality on YouTube, Facebook, and YouTube. Tell people about it. That I did a message that in Ephesians 3, it talks about no height, no depth, no breadth, nor it's presenting these measurements, but it's not giving you a measurement. It's not giving you no measurement, of the love of God. The love of God cannot be measured, but the true measurement of God that is already been given to you is all, and that's God's circumference is an all circumference, and that's what God will develop you to become an all circumference. No, you cannot be an all circumference through your flesh, that sinners try to do, and religious people and lukewarm people trying to do. You can't do all or go all out for God in the flesh. Not by power, not by might, but by the Spirit. We can go all out for Jesus Christ. That had the rhyme right there. All right, that's the message. I hope you understand God's circumference that I'm not going to attempt to measure, but I can measure your circumference. We can measure yours, but we can't measure God. To God be the glory. In Jesus' name, amen.